Hello everyone, and welcome back to Spyro: An Eternal Night. I actually, I legitimately forgot what the subtitle of the name was, and I had to go look it up. So that was fun. I'm finally back with the game, and oh my god, it's been a while now. I don't want to get held up with telling stories here. A lot has happened, and hell, I was supposed to start recording earlier today, but I got so caught up with playing Trials, which I'm going to try and explain while we get through this. This cutscene's already played, so I've learned that the trick to beating these guys is supposed to be the slow motion. We'll see if I can actually get that to work out for me or not. I don't think it's going to go well. I'm aware, game. So you're supposed to stun them like that and then get the hits in, and then try not to get hit and get stun locked, because this game doesn't know what invincibility frames are or what forgiveness is. That much at least. I have to be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to getting back to this game. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to beat it and stuff, but this kind of bullshittery is not very inviting, you know? Okay. Like, it's just ridiculous that, like, how these guys are on your butt so much. Look, see, I'm not even doing damage because you have to, like, stun them first and then... So it's basically just run around and then, like, build up let your slow motion build up. Try and bait it on an attack without getting hit by the looks of it. But then that happens. Like, did you see that? That was ridiculous. So yeah, it's about 5:30. It is August 2nd. I almost said 1st. We're about two months away from my birthday. So basically what happened is I wanted to start recording earlier, but I was trying to get some stuff done in Destiny 2 Trials. And I literally was just playing the freelance mode where you play by yourself. And I got about, like, I won, like, in my first 3 games I won like 2 matches, right? And then I was like, I'm just gonna play to get like the challenge done and stuff. And I just went on like a massive losing streak of, I'm gonna say 10 plus games, and I was so like determined to at least get a 3rd win on the card. So that ended up taking like 3 or 4 hours, it feels like. Camera, please. Oh my god. Probably it's better if you can try and focus out one. I think so, because then you don't have as much of a chance of getting messed up by 2 of them. But look, he's turned around in the slow motion, so it's like, I believe it's your best chance of beating these guys, but it's still kind of frustrating. Okay. So that's kind of my own fault right there, just getting sidetracked by that and wanting to at least get a win, one more win. And I got hit by one of the cannons shooting. You know, because these enemies weren't enough, right? The enemies themselves aren't challenging enough, so let's throw in cannons that are periodically shooting. You know what? Let's just do this. I don't even know how much progress I'm gonna make, because like I'm maybe gonna record for 2 hours at this point. And obviously, like, I don't think I need to say that when you're when you're not looking forward to the section you're on, it's not very motivating. Because I want to talk about other stuff, but I don't want to do it trying to beat these guys, because I need to actually be focused more on trying to beat these guys. Whose like bright idea was it to bloody make these enemies? I'm trying not to swear. It was something I've told myself that I'm gonna do less of. Just swear less in my recordings. Mainly because being inspired by Dead End, who I really like his style, and like it's like, yeah, you really don't need to swear much. I'm also, see, I'm hitting the run button, but if you do it in front of them or are in mid-air, it's just like a horn attack, right? Whatever. Oh my god. And like, you have to get them stunned by the looks of it first to actually get them to, like, to actually damage them. Which I don't think I need to say. That's like, oh yeah. I seriously think whoever made these guys has no idea what enemy balance is. This reminds me of like when I was playing Code Vein, and they had two enemies that they set up to do the what's their faces? You know, in Dark Souls 1, the big guy, like the big chunky guy, and then the more like kind of skinny average guy. I genuinely forget their names because I haven't played that game, but I know of them, and I know it's a very popular fight. And I remember Code Vein did that fight, but from my understanding, like they decided to give the big chunky guy a range attack, which felt like it really offset that fight, because from my understanding, in the Dark Souls fight, the big chunky guy doesn't have a range attack. He has like a kind of a charge attack or whatever. So you know when he's about to charge you, but this guy has a range attack that he can just do that like just forces you off the other guy. And to me, like, that really ruins the balance of that fight. Totally fair. Yeah, it's how these enemies feel. It's like you're already like a monster up close. I can't damage you normally. Oh my god. Seriously. And it's like, let's give these enemies, okay, so you need to use slow motion to stun them up to actually deal damage to them. Okay. That's a fine enough concept. And you gotta be beside them or behind them. That's fine. But then you said, let's give them a range attack as well. Let's put two together in the same arena. And then let's have a crowd that can shoot cannonballs at you. Like, it just like stacks on top of each other to make it ridiculous. I don't really know if the fire actually does anything. Like, you see that, like, I'm getting hits on him, but because I didn't do it fast enough, or I didn't get enough onto him, it doesn't matter. Like, if you could at least do chip damage from hitting them in the side, what is going on, game? I understand why this game is low on some people's lists. And I'm like an hour or something into it. I think it's more than an hour. I forget how long that first recording session is. Do you also see just how fast they can attack you? Like, I'm trying to predict the attack so I can activate slow motion before they hit, but the window is already pretty tight on that. And then that happens. Like, seriously, did you see that? What am I supposed to do? Like, when that happens, you are just SOL. Literally SOL. Yep. I'm gonna say now, by the way, there's a chance I will turn on my air conditioning because it is summer and it gets hot in my room. I tried to cool my room down ahead of time before doing this, but there's a chance I'm gonna turn it on. For the most part, Soundgate should cancel it out, but you might notice it when I'm talking. Man, no wonder these guys have like never been beaten or whatever. I forget exactly what it says, but do you see how fast he recovers? And his buddy's just bombarding me with his fucking cannon. Okay, no. I gotta look up a video because this is actually bullshit. This is actually full on bullshit. I'm stopping. I'm not gonna even try to prevent myself from swearing right now because it's actually frustrating. I know this isn't something I've been stuck on for like hours and hours, but I can already tell that the general design of this is horseshit. You're telling me they made an enemy, so let's get this right. They made an enemy that blocks itself from the front. You can only hit it from the sides, which doesn't deal damage. You have to stun them up in order to deal damage. You also said, let's give them a weapon. Let's give them a ranged weapon. You also then said, let's put 2 of them in an arena with limited space. Do I got that right so far? And then you also said, let's have the crowd, or whether it be the crowd or just some system, shoot cannons into the arena. And then you said, let's also have the enemies be able to get healed up. I don't know if it goes to full, but I don't know if that's the enemy itself can heal, or if that's actually like the crowd throwing the bottles in, or whatever, because I see that pink stuff that's like showing up on the floor, and I don't know what that is. But, and the other thing too is, like I said, like this is a few hours into the game or whatever, and it's been mostly smooth sailing up to this point. Like, yeah, there are points where I get kind of stun locked to hell and back, but for the most part, it has been smooth sailing. And now, for whatever reason, they have said, let's throw the most, like, one of the most ridiculous challenges at you, at the player, because fuck the player. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, this is generally, like, if there's a cheap way to beat these guys, and I mean, that's obviously not, like, an actual, like, cheat, like, Game Genie or something like that. Like, I mean, actually just a way to abuse their AI. I want to know. That's what I want to do, because just analyzing, as someone who watches review content and stuff, and like analyzing the stuff in my brain, this is actually hurting my brain. to give the enemies all these mechanics Not to mention just the ability to, in general, to stun lock you, that they have a very low wind up time, that these are very quick attacks and they're 2-strike attacks. If the buddies are split up, the other can shoot at you while you're trying to hurt them or stun them up. Like, do you see the issue here? Like, there's not much for opening. I know you have slow motion, but that's on a timer. That has to recharge. And you have to get behind them, and you have to get a number of hits on them. It almost seems kind of finicky on how you stun them up. Like, I'm already like, yeah, I'm already annoyed. Okay, so first of all, I always love that when you watch a walkthrough, or well, I shouldn't say it's just any walkthrough, but when I watch these long plays, they always make it seem so easy. Okay, now I've learned that you have to, and I think it says, to be fair to the game, I think it says this. When they get knocked down, you do have to do a finishing attack on them, or they get back up. So that's the mechanic there. Which, like I already said, like, it's just that they already have so much advantages to them that just that extra thing you gotta do to finish them off is kind of frustrating, because they're already tanky enemies. And like, I'm watching this guy and he makes it look so easy, and like, just, he's like, I don't know how he's doing it, because that's not happening for me. Because he's just kind of like tanking it. Like, I'm not even joking, he's literally just tanking the hits. I'm like, this is all I can do, is like just try to do what I saw in the video. He makes it seem like it's a piece of cake. So also, like, when you're doing attacks like that, you get no invincibility frames. Maybe, like, it just seems weird, because it makes like doing any kind of attack just seem like a huge risk if there's no invincibility frames for them, you know. Yeah, I love getting stun comboed. Yeah. Hooray. I don't even fucking care. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be attacks that can like counter it or stop it, but like most attacks, when you're doing a big, kind of like a big attack like that, I expect it to be, for the most part, I'm safe, or can't be easily stunned out of it, you know? Oh look, he got one hit me into his teammate, and then the other hit me back into his teammate, and it's just it's a smorgasbord. Also, do you even see their attacks going off? Because I don't. Like, their attacks are so quick. Like, I feel like it's an animation problem, where it's like they're attacking, but they're not always doing the animation, or it's like happening really quick. It's such a crapshoot, honestly, to just like, alright, well, I'm gonna go attack it, and I better hope for the best. That's how it feels. Like, it just feels like I'm gonna start. I gotta get, like, I think the up knock is the, like, the third hit or whatever. That hit right there. But it didn't even do anything that time, so that's nice. I've never been so fucking frustrated. Was just like almost like just not even. This isn't even like a boss, but it might as well be. You know what's funny? So I played Return of the Dragonfly, right? The most buggy game I've ever played. Yet, despite its issues, I had to find enough time with it, because there wasn't anything like this. You know, like the closest thing I can think of was like the tower, where it's like some of its things are really tight and I fell through it like a number of times. But it didn't have anything like this. That's just utter bullshit. Like, just outright bullshit.
Introducing
Just kill me. I don't even care. I wish there was another ending where they can win. I don't even care. They win. Spyro gets thrown out. We have a different story. I would like that. I would like a different ending to this bit. This whole, like, winning this whole tournament thing could be, like, its own story. Its own, like, branching path, for all I care. Oh my god, I did it.
Great crowd, huh? I wonder if I can get them to do the wave.
well done indeed. Step forward, little dragon. You will see your lord.
You waiting for something to move for you, boy? You just stand there. This ain't no puppet show.
No, not again. Don't worry. There's nothing to see here. It's all under control. And allow me to entertain you with the healing power of love while we wait. Swing low. I don't hear you. Come on. Swing low. Sweet, what's the matter with you all?
You stink.